Okay, recording started. Today I'll give a little tutorial how for total noobs how Steel Division for no how Company of Heroes works. We'll start. You have we'll start with this bar over there. There you can set in which faction you want to play. You can prepare your faction for the game. For example, you have here Soviets, Wehrmacht, US forces, Oberkommando West, and British forces. Here you can, for example, get your victory strikes. Your victory strikes are something. If you end a game, you'll zoom in on the enemy HQ and you'll, for example, see how it is destroyed. For example, with an artillery strike or a nuclear strike or however you want. You have symbols you can emplace on your stuff if you want. For example, you can place a peace sign or a stallion on it, or you can put a wheat on your vehicles. So this is not really useful. I wouldn't recommend doing it because other players have to download it if you use a symbol they don't have. Really, they have to download it and it will cost them time. Because their processor, their PCs wouldn't be able to use it. This is not that important. You can give your stuff a new small touch, like like you can change the appearance of this however you want. You can put little skins on your vehicles which aren't really useful, except other players have to download it and you start to annoy other players. This can be very useful. This is a modifier for your units. For example, some actions they get, some special actions they can do, reload faster, or they have faster reload, or they have more penetration against armor, or really it's not really useful. You have them in different qualities you can use, so basically really your medics run faster. They're most time not really useful. They're not really useful, believe me. Your units run 5% faster. It won't make a big difference. You will probably never notice it. Here you have your commanders. Each commander has special abilities, like your standard British unit can build defensive structures now, or repair buildings. You have better defense, so your buildings take less damage. You can build a forward base, which isn't really useful because it just repairs armored units. It will take a lot of time if you as a British will get any armored unit, so it won't be really useful. You have counter artillery, which automatically targets every firing enemy artillery piece in this area. This isn't that useful, but it can be. it deals some damage, but it isn't as precise if you would do it on your own, because enemy artillery reveals itself while firing. So you have all of these useful special abilities. Some are passive, some are active, some are upgrades, some are just special units, some are abilities a commander has. For example, you unlock here you unlock some units with the 80 mortar. You unlock anti-tank tank. And you can upgrade your units with close combat weapons. This is really not that useful. Some of them are more useful, some of them are less useful. So you'll have to decide which one to use, which faction you'll play. Each faction plays differently. These are the major factions. You have Soviet Union. You have to build different buildings with them. You have to build different buildings with them. They, for example, have different buildings, one for light tanks, one for heavy tanks, one for anti-tank guns. You can build them pretty much anywhere in your base sector, but you'll need pioneers to build them. The Wehrmacht is basically the same, and now you can see the music changes. The US forces have a base, a normal standard base. What do I mean with a normal standard base? They will, for example, with their standard base, you can't move it, you can't build it where you want, which doesn't really matter. You have buildings and you have to unlock each one. The buildings build up automatically, so you don't need pioneers, which is a bit of a pro. And you have also a pro, you get commanders. Each commander has special abilities. You don't really need them. One has, for example, an anti-tank gun and can call in artillery strikes. The other one can call in recon aircraft. Other commanders can call in and one commander can make units come in faster. These aren't commanders like this. The commanders I'm talking about are normal units. Oberkommando West is a whole different story. They, for example, move with vehicles. You have different movable vehicles, cars, which can be used as HQ. One can be used as forward resupply and refit posts, as a fallback post position. You can set it up forward. It's like the British in Company of Heroes 1. Really. Basically, they overtook the British system from Company of Heroes 1. So, yeah. Now we come to the British. They have, like the US, a fixed base. They have to unlock just 2 instead of 3 buildings, and they have a bit of a disadvantage from the start, but also an advantage. Your riflemen are just 4 men, so you have a whole lot less firepower. It's probably the best to use them defensively, because British have, when their standard units are in cover, a higher fire rate. So that's a con. Just use them defensively. They also have MGs from the start, so that's also a con. And if they build up their base, they can they also get with each building a howitzer. And they can use these howitzers to call in artillery barrages from these howitzers, which are at their base, so that's really useful. But they are heavily on defensive measures focused. You can, for example, build an anti-aircraft gun, which is good against light vehicles and infantry. You can build a heavy anti-tank position, which is good against tanks. You can build a mortar position, which is good against infantry, and you can also counter other artillery with that, but to be honest, the mortar is the most commonly used because it's unlocked with building 2, and you need to unlock building 2 uh, because with building 2 you can get pioneers, and pioneers are the only units for the British which can build defensive buildings. So they are heavily they are heavily immobile, and you have a lot of stuff to unlock. You have to choose at building 2, do I want a light vehicle or do I want a fortified position? I'd always go with the fortified position because the light vehicle isn't that good. So, well, you have to choose. I wouldn't even unlock anything from building 2 because it just will cost you, and you don't need to spend your resources on something you don't need. Also, as I mentioned, they have MGs from the start, heavy MGs, so that's a con for them. The problem is these MGs aren't that good compared to the MG42, but well, you have it from the start, you can use it early on, it's a big advantage. One thing I have to criticize heavily is the shop. You can unlock commanders. I normally had 4,500. I signed up for registering and got 30,000 points, which is called supplies, but that's not really important. The important thing, you can buy commanders, which is an in-game buy, which I heavily criticize because you need to grind a whole lot of time till you even get the points to unlock even one commander. So we just it's not very nice. So the US forces have no heavy tanks. They have their standard tank. You can in some with some commanders you can call in a heavy tank, but you can't call as much of them in as you want. This is a big disadvantage against, for example, Oberkommando West. Oberkommando West has a disadvantage. It has to unlock its last building to get heavy tanks, which will take them a lot of resources and time. And as far as I remember, they can't fortify points to get more resources out of them. So what do we have here? Here we have the campaign, the theater of war, and online and battles. You can, for example, create your... Come on, don't embarrass me yet. You can, for example, create your own matches against AI. You can choose from different cards you want to play on, like the Lazur Factory, and you can play to you can use all mods, which will give you certain units someone designed. you can choose between standard resources and many resources. You can start from random positions or really just normal positions. Uh, you can play with uh, winning conditions, no winning conditions, and annihilation and capture points. Annihilation is basically defeat your enemy. This is a battle against resources which wasn't in there. Which is basically about resources. Just get resources. These are mostly mods you don't need. I wouldn't recommend playing these mods. 500 points are enough for starting. It won't take too long, it won't take too short, so congrats. Cold Tech, I don't know what this really does. You have a viewer mode if you want to let viewers watch, and if viewers have to have a password. So, okay. I'll just show you how a match works. Wehrmacht versus Soviets, nice choice. You can also play against PvP, but I wouldn't do this now because PvP will take time. So I'm just playing on easy to get this done mostly quickly. I'll also check my points, plus 2000 points. Yeah, I won't get to the next level in this match, so okay, let's start. Let's see what we can do, how it will work. Here am I, you can see how different players loaded, you have your different commanders. I don't know really what I want to go with now. So I've got Stuka, I have special units, I have a commando panther, I have artillery, I have artillery flares, I have a special upgrade unit, a special thing for my units. I think I'll go for the infiltration doctrine. No, special doctrine oil. I can't go for that. Both of them will give you different advantages, or yeah, I'll go for that. You just capture points to... Nice. You'll get command points, which you'll get through experience, through killing units. Why don't you get them? I get Panzer Fusiliers too. Well, they are a good starting units. Also, you have this so-called standard points, which you have to capture to get income, as you see here. Here you can see your manpower. You need this to recruit units. This you basically you need to recruit. You need this to. You need this stuff to. I don't know how I should say it. You need this for your income. This you need to recruit new units. If it would just shut up for a moment. This you need to recruit new units, infantry of course. This you need for some vehicles, and this is munition for special attacks like upgrades. You can get upgrades for that. You can get upgrades, or you can use special attacks like anti-tank rifle grenades or normal grenades against infantry, or you can get a flare. Also, this is not nice. This is dangerous stuff. Also, get into cover. I said, here you can see the cover system. If your units are into cover, they take less damage. Not I'll just make fortifications here, so infantry won't be able to pass through there. Also, I have them at Red Frenzy 1, which gives me some special abilities, and also sometimes it is very useful. For example, which will probably get into my which I probably regret. Also, I will be able to fortify this hopefully soon. Yeah, get the last fortification running. The infantry won't be able to pass through there. Also, you are doing an excellent job. There you can see they threw a grenade. They've taken heavy casualties. I'll use this. I'll get them onto capturing that point. Also, my vehicle will now build up. This is what I mentioned. This is a truck. You can make it a forward retreat point, which you can use to basically... What's wrong with that? Ah no, that's my vehicle. Stupid. Also, I wanna place mines on there. You never know when vehicles will come in. I need more ammunition, so I can't really get anything. Also, where is my Panzer Fusiliers? Finally! This will get me some AA, which is halfway useful against infantry. Also, sometimes it's not that simple. You can pull your units back, but you need two vehicles for that to pull them back. Also, I now placed anti-tank mines on there, which should enable me to counter enemy vehicles. Also, I'm getting an officer, which is a unit that can give buffs to nearby units, like aim at them or forcefully retreat. Yeah, I can bring enemy units to retreat forcefully. So I'll just get them over here, and I'll place barbed wire there to hopefully lock down the bridge. Yeah, that will work. It will take time. Also, my AI is also really acting incredibly stupid again. I don't know why. Also, you'll have to make sure that everything is fortified. A bit time ago, to be honest, it was that you could call Panzer Fusiliers in, like a storm officer. What was it? You can reduce costs, you can... I have no idea what this is. Also, you can... You can... as I mentioned, the officer is giving buffs to your units. Also, we need to make sure this bridge is fortified because we don't really want to get into trouble. We're getting a second Panzer Fusilier. Nice. I can upgrade the accuracy of my Panzer Fusiliers, so that's really interesting recon package. I need 100 munitions to get this. Also, I don't get why they abandoned the whole site. But well, just don't care. Just don't care. Just tell your unit to get there. This is a heavy MG troop, which will enable you to this is not very accurately explained how it works. Really, you need upgrades, so Panzer Shreks, for example, I will get Panzer Shreks. But it will take you time. It will take you time still. I'll get another vehicle. Also, I'll get an anti-tank gun as fast as I can. Where were my pioneers? Really, you've built up a nice little bit of barbed wire. Congratulations. Now I want you to, no, not place mines there. Also, this seems very fortified. The AI is for some reason just camping it out. Here, I don't know what's on this side, what's going on there. I have no idea. I just really wanna... I'm just really hoping that the AI isn't acting too stupid. I hope it. I just hope. You can also fire anti-tank. Nice. I'll get some units to watch over there. We'll have a nice look for them. We'll have a nice peek over there. Capture points. Some capture points are special. They will just get you income. They run away, run away, run away, run away. No. I thought you could make it mobile and run away, but okay. I gambled too highly, I'm sorry for that. I didn't thought I would that it would be that difficult. These are ruins. You normally can enter buildings like there. You can place your infantry in very good cover. But remember, your infantry won't be able to shoot out everywhere. So just keep that in mind. Also, you have this lovely Panzer figurines here.
Feind erledigt! Bewegungsbefehl! Los geht's! Beeilung! Auflösen!
I'll place them there to cover this point. We don't really know when it comes, where it will come. Also, I don't really like what I see there. They're really getting harm on. Oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. I'm just gonna try and kite them. I managed to get a direct hit on them. Also, they have anti-tank rifles, they might not be as potent. They are now pinged. This means they move, they fire and move a lot. They fire and move a lot less. And now they're basically defenseless. Yeah, I just rushed him forward to get more experience points because I want to get this. Finally, it has built up, so now I can get something against infantry, but the anti-infantry vehicles the Oberkommando West has aren't as good as you might think. The Panzer II Lux is a nice tank, don't get me wrong, but I doubt it will be that good. Also, I will upgrade them to forward falling back post, and I will, yeah. You want to say something against anti-tank guns? Yeah, I think I get you. I think I get your point. Anti-tank guns are quite potent against light vehicles, but not as good as Panzer Shreks, for example, against good vehicles, heavy vehicles. Also, I'll get a tank for this side, yeah, because of that, because people are again rushing forward to me, and I don't really like what I see. Yeah, that's what I thought. They're going to attack my stuff. And I don't like them attacking my stuff. Also, they've got quite a nasty thing over there. Also, you have anti-air mode. Also, with small arms you won't really break my HQ, but if you for example have a half track like that, you will break it. You can break it. Why can you do it? Why can you do it? Simply because also I now might be able to call in tanks, but I don't have the necessary resources to call in tanks. I can call now in a tank a tiger, a king tiger. But I need, as you see, 200 resources and I can't upgrade any resource points. Well, this is getting really difficult. It will be also difficult to hold it if they continue like that. Also, I'll try to push there. I'll try to get something against these guys because they're really annoying. They're really getting on my ass. They're really trying to kill stuff and I don't like it. You can see their points constantly going down because we kept these 2 points. Also, really nice. They're upgraded. That's really nice. Also, they're fighting at my base. You now hear epic music in the background. You have to capture these 2 capture positions. Then the ticker goes down for whoever holds the majority of the points. Also, I have a good gun with 2 anti-tank rocket launchers, which quite goodly enables me to kill it. He's now upgraded, he has now reduced his costs a bit, so, well, this will give him more range for his abilities and also add another soldier, and I don't know why. I don't know why he got another soldier, but I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask because I got a feeling it comes with frequency, or I do at least suspect it. Also get away from my capture point. Fuck you, just fuck you, okay? Defeat you. How about you attack it? Also, come on, stand in the flames, stand in the flames.
Rückzugsposition bereit. Alle Einheiten bestätigt. Bereit!
But, well, I can get another anti-tank unit, no problem. No problem, I can get another anti-tank unit. If I have enough time and the time, or it gets knocked out. Also, my units are retreating to that position. I haven't lost anything till now, simply because I was lucky enough to pull them back now. The problem is I haven't enabled forward command post, which basically means well, you're going to be fucked pretty much because you didn't retreat. Congrats to me. Also, I'm 100 points away from getting a king title. And I'm just gonna pause here for a moment because I got a really important thing that I have to do. I'll be back soon. Well, I got a problem. I got an appointment, and I forgot. I'll try to upload this in 2 parts. So I'll be back in the second part. So make sure to watch later.